Hey everybody, so I'm making this because I got some things I want to talk about real quick. And I don't know how long this is going to be, but I just got to vent. And I'm going to start. I've been alive for the presidencies of Bill Clinton, both terms of Bush, and both terms of Obama. And now I'm alive for the presidency of Donald Trump. And in my lifetime, with all of the presidencies I've seen, despite the fact that Clinton had his scandal with Monica Lewinsky, when I saw that, and that was going on, people were saying that it was his personal life, and they were defending Bill Clinton, saying he should not be impeached because it has nothing to do with his presidency. I agree. When it comes down to Bush, I don't remember people protesting and saying fuck George Bush and calling for harm to come to him, his wife, his children, or anyone in his family. I don't remember people being out here calling for George Bush to be assassinated when he won his second election against John Kerry, even though that was a very questionable election, and I even have a questionable feeling about it. Even after 9/11. Now, people believe it's a conspiracy theory. I have my opinions on it. They have their opinions. I'm not going to get into my opinions on it. That has nothing to do with this. This is not a 9/11 conspiracy video. If it was, I could go all day. People were not sitting out protesting the day after Obama won the election the first time. Protesting, calling for him to be impeached, and chanting fuck Obama in the street, and protesting during the election. None of that was happening. Now, I voted for Obama the first time. But I don't remember any black Obama supporters being abducted, beaten, and tortured by white Obama haters, and it being video recorded while they're saying fuck black people, fuck Obama. I don't remember that happening. And yet, now that we have Trump in office, we've had people protesting, we've had people calling for him to be impeached, we've had people wishing harm upon him, his family, we've had people call him a liar despite the several lies that has been told by every president we've had throughout history. But we've never had these things come up with anybody. There's never been a president in which people have shown so much hatred towards until now. Trump was so hated by everybody, even the media was hating him. The media was the first ones to hate him. The media published nothing but hate on Trump and wanted people to vote for Hillary Clinton. It was obvious that the media was behind Clinton. Nobody talks about the corruption. People talk about Trump with Russia and Russia trying to help Trump, and Trump is a traitor to us for Russia. I don't remember anybody ever calling Hillary Clinton a traitor on the media, and I don't remember all these people out here protesting over Hillary Clinton sharing classified emails and pretty much destroying her server for it, and threatening our national security like that. I don't remember her being called a traitor. I don't remember Hillary or Obama or any of these presidents being called traitors for all their special interests with countries in which we were having wars with, and their special interests with countries that was not in our best interest. I see that with Trump now, though. When we have a country that it was very beneficial to get along with in Russia. It is very beneficial to have strong relations with them. But people are calling Trump a traitor and saying and people on social media calling him Putin's bitch and things like that. I want to talk about a little bit now how the world has changed since Obama's first election. When Obama got in 2008, society started changing a lot. Society started changing before that with 9/11 happened, but the changes really happened after Obama won. Because when Obama got in office, we got into more race-based and feelings-based politics. People wanted laws after Obama because now the liberals and the leftists want laws based on social identity and people's feelings. You can't have a country be safe when you're making laws just on feelings. You have to build your laws on logic, common sense, safety. But because these people are so caught up in this social justice agenda that was pushed by Obama, that was pushed by the mainstream media, nobody cares about our country's best interest anymore. People only want to care about other people's feelings, no matter how dangerous it is. We have had several instances of radical Islamic terror throughout the world, not just in the United States, but throughout the world, throughout all these years. We have had illegal immigrants bringing drugs into our country. We have had illegal immigrants come over here committing rapes, committing murders, and other serious crimes. And these people want these people to be allowed to come in here unchecked and not know who the hell is coming in our country, from both cultures. I have no problem with Muslims coming to America. I want them to be screened. I want anybody coming in our country to be screened. I want extreme vetting for anyone coming in our country. If you're coming over here from Europe, I want extreme vetting. I want to know who the hell is coming in our country. When people are coming over here from Mexico committing these crimes, they get deported and they come back. Why don't we just secure our border from the start? Why don't we just make sure that whoever's coming in is coming in right, so that way we can actually do something about it and try to prevent these crimes from happening? But these liberals don't want that. The progressives don't want that. They don't want borders. They want everybody to just be able to come in and do whatever they want. We have been at war with the Middle East since 2001, basically. And we were going to war with them before that. We've been going to war with them for many, many, many years. And yet, people think that we should just let these people in unchecked. We have had changes in our television because of Obama's presidency. I remember before he got in, when I was a kid, we had shows like Johnny Bravo. You know, yeah, he was inappropriate at times. He'd run up, he'd go flirt with every woman he saw on sight. He tried to get any woman he saw. He always got rejected, but he never gave up. And that was the important lesson of that show. That is actually a good lesson. When you have shows like Powerpuff Girls, that show was pretty violent, but it taught you that crime is not a good thing. And we had people out there fighting crime and saving the day. And Johnny Bravo and all those shows really taught us a lot as kids. And people don't think it because it was subconscious, but it did. Just like the media, it affects how we think still. Nowadays, if you have any of the things that were on TV then, like we used to have characters that, they'd have characters that looked Native American and would have the feathers in their hair and talk like this, and, you know, they did all that. It was satire. It was funny. Nobody gave a shit. After Obama gets in now, oh, that's racist, and they're going to call for that show to be taken down and that character to be taken off of TV. That's what's happening in our world now, because people are so caught up in everybody else's feelings. You have pastors and priests at their church being forced to wed people that are gay. You have companies that make wedding cakes and wedding companies being forced to go against their religious belief because of gay marriage being legalized and them being forced to do this. because you're making laws based on people's feelings without even showing any respect to our Constitution. They're supposed to have freedom of business. They're also supposed to have freedom of their religion. But that's been taken. You have families. You have friends that don't talk to each other anymore because of an election. Because people don't want to accept that they lost. And the only reason people are having problems with Trump is because he's saying things and he's making laws based on safety and not on other people's feelings. And it's sad. It's sad that when we get a president who wants to do things based on common fucking sense, people don't give a shit. People have a problem with it. They don't care about the facts. They care about the feelings. And it's all this politically correct culture that's doing it. Okay, when you say correct, that means accurate. When you put anything in front of that, you're changing the entire meaning and you're twisting correctness now. Instead of correctness, it's political correctness. So this is correct to say because it's not going to offend people. It's not correct, actually. It's just correct for not offending people. When you had... And then, you know, with this election, we'll go back to this election a little bit. Everybody that's protesting Trump is, you know what, they're mad because they lost. They're out here saying he's not your president. Look, the man won the election. He is the president of the United States. If you live in the United States, he is your president, whether you like him or not. If Hillary Clinton had won the election, which, trust me, I cannot stand Hillary Clinton. I would, but you know what? If Hillary had won the election, I would have never wished death upon her or her family. Not once. When Obama won the second election, I was not a fan of that. I never wished death upon him or his family. But if these Donald Trump supporters that are out here were out protesting when Hillary Clinton won, they would get called every kind of racist, bigot, sexist, anything you can think of. Because that's what all his supporters get called. Even though Donald Trump has had voters vote for him of every single community there is, every single demographic there is, had people that voted for Trump. There was groups like Latinos for Trump. There was LGBT for Trump. Hell, there was even Muslims for Trump. Because people realize he doesn't want to ban Muslims completely, but he wants to make sure that the ones that come in are not going to do this radical Islamic shit that's going on. But people don't want to admit that he's a good guy that actually is trying to help our country. People don't want to give him the benefit of the doubt because the media makes people think he's a bad guy. Because the media did nothing but smear his name this entire election and do nothing but dig up dirt on him. They dug up dirt on him in the election, but they didn't bring up, but you know what, CNN and the liberal media that people were mainly watching, because you see, Obama was the Democrat president. That's why CNN was the biggest news network. It wasn't the best, but CNN was the main news network because we had a Democratic presidential nominee. But here's the thing about it with CNN. They dug up all this dirt on Trump, like this thing for 2005 about you can grab her by the pussy and things like that. Why did they not bring up anything about Hillary Clinton and Anthony Weiner? Why didn't they talk about that? Why didn't they talk about Bill's scandals? Why didn't they talk about Hillary getting a rapist out of prison and then laughing about it while they're calling Trump a rapist? And I just want to say before I end this, I want people to think a little bit. I want people to listen to this, and if you don't take anything from this, just don't believe everything you hear. Dig into things. Look into things before you form an opinion. Don't just listen to the media. Divisive Legend is out. Peace.